Hello, Shane Simpson back here with you from Ottawa, Canada. Glad to have you back. Second installment of what we're calling improv devices in E. So we're trying to take your existing E blue or your existing blues playing and beef it up a little bit, add some sort of jazzy elements to it. If you recall, the last segment we concentrated in the fifth fret area, what I called box 3 in the key of E. Today, as promised, let's go box 1, and I'm going to assume you know this shape. It's your most basic blues scale here on the 12th fret key of E. Don't know that, you'll find that tabbed out. So what we've done, we've added two devices here. I'm going to start with device number 1. As you may recall, just a quick review, device number 1, the formula for that is the 4th of the scale to the minor 3rd, the flat 3rd, which is a G, to the major 3rd. That's the big note. He's not actually in your blues scale, but if we're playing over an E ninth chord, or a bluesy thing, let's assume major, we got 4, flat 3 to 3. Here's your 2nd or your 9th. Here's the root. Here's your major 7th. And here is your flat 7th. So we've got, that's device number 1. One more time. You can hammer, not hammer. That is device number 1. Device number 1 could also begin here, down here on the A note on the A string, 12th fret. But here we get that crisscrossy fingering. And it does take us out of position a couple of frets, but that's okay. You might want to reach for that guy. He's going again. So that's device number 1 down the octave key of E. Device number 2 began on the 6th. So I'm going to locate the 6th right here. The 6th of E is a C sharp. It's important you get to know those intervals, and very quickly, for sure, because if there's any hesitation naming that note, for instance, which is trouble for guitar players, then you won't know what its relationship to E is, or to any other key for that matter. So device number 2, the formula was, in quick review again, 6, and it's going flat 5 to 5 to the root of the scale, and then flat 7. So again, that is device number 2, and I can find that up the octave right here. So that's 2 good spots there for sure. So if I run those, I'm going to go device number 1 in E from low to high. Device number 2. Device number 1. Device number 2 up the octave. And there we go. That's it for E. So against an E chord, let me just throw those together here. I'm going to go get the old loop station going. Same groove as last time. It's sitting on an E9. It's not moving. It's going to stay on that chord. Start with some pretty straight ahead blues ideas. Say, device number 1. Into number 2. Device number 2 up the octave. Into number 1. So I'll go, maybe I'll just keep running that. That was cool. So you kind of mix it with your other stuff, and don't be afraid to leave it incomplete. If you just can't complete the idea, you might want to jump into a bend or something like that, whatever you're feeling in that moment. So use elements of them. You don't have to complete the whole thing. So that is, now moving this to the A chord. When E blues hits an A chord, I'm looking for the 4th of A to begin device number 1. So here he is here. There's a D, which is the 4th of A. There's device number 1. And another version of that right here down the octave. There was that crisscrossy fingering. Well worth exploring that. I know it's harder, but well worth having. That's device number 1. And device number 2 begins on the 6th. What's the 6th of A? It's an F sharp. Here we go. That worked. Okay, I can get it up the octave here. That worked. Okay, so if I go device number 1 here, we're going to go and then to device number 2, back to device number 1, device number 2 down the octave, device number 1 there's a really low device number 2 starting here F sharp. You find all that written out. It's important to just sit down and practice them. I know they're whipping by. So that would be over the A. Now B, here we go. B, same thing. Here is device number 1 in B. That's your 5 chord. in an E blues. So there's, remember, device number 1 starts on the 4th, which is here, which is going to be an E note right there. Following the same formula, right? So we've got, now I can get that here as well. Can I get it here? Slightly out of position, so maybe I'll bring it here. That will give us that crisscrossy fingering again. Right on, and here it is. That's box, excuse me, device number 1 again. Device number 2 starts on the 6th. So in B, that would be a G sharp. I'm going to get him here. Start with a crisscrossy fingering right here. Nasty, but it works. And I can get him here as well. So if I inventory my B stuff here, I've got device number 2, device number 1. Device number 2, we're getting G sharp, crisscrossy, and device number 1. Whoa, so I know that's tricky already. You might want to just shut things down, get in there, make sure you know them, just practice them round, around, around, and come back. I'll play through a 12 bar, see if I can put some of that to work. Try to mix it with some just standard blues ideas. You're not going to nail them all. I'm not going to nail them all. You might change the idea mid-flight. That's okay too. They're just supposed to inform your playing. Waiting for that. There's an A. Back to E. Here's the B coming. Crisscrossy first. Nice. A. E. B. That was B number 1 there. It's all E. Going to A. Back to E. Going to B, crisscrossy. A, you're going E, B. Here we go, just little ideas, bluesy stuff. Going on to A. E. Here's a B coming. A, going E, B. Yeah, round and round it goes. So you can see it's absolutely endless. So we're trying to explore just different positions and mix it with your existing stuff. It's not supposed to replace it, just supposed to just jazz it up a wee bit. And you really have to pay attention to what chord you're on. So there's no more just E blues and hoping as a global scale and not caring what chord you're on. So really make sure you're listening to the band in behind you. And I really hope this helps. We'll be back with more very soon. Thanks for watching.